Now, the real messy part of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 is in verse 3 through 16. Something about head coverings. Head coverings? Do you need to cover your head when you pray? Well, as we saw in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, there's already an issue between men and women in the church. There seems to be a misunderstanding of roles and responsibilities in marriage, and it's a problem. And I think Paul is addressing that again. And he reminds them, remember, God is the head of us all. We follow Christ, and that needs to be our priority. As for wearing a veil when you pray or when you preach or prophesy, that's something that you have the wisdom to understand. And when he tells them that, it helps us to understand something important. We all need to evaluate our own cultural experience by what God has shown us in his word. We learn what he tells us, we learn the core concepts, but then we evaluate our culture and we challenge ourselves to be like Christ, not like how our culture tells us to be. So let's be like Christ. Let's follow him. And if you feel you need a veil, that's okay. And if you don't, that's okay too.